Всем привет, дорогие друзья, ребяточки, хуяточки. Это, кстати, финал. Финал Волк-Одиночка. Сегодня мы... Ну как сегодня, блять. Сегодня понятие растяжимо, потому что сегодня это был третий, четвертый эпизод. Кста. Вот. Ну, собственно, это финальный эпизод по Волк-Одиночка. Сейчас мы, собственно, закончим проходить игру. Вот. Что могу еще сказать? Да больше особо нечего добавить. Надеюсь, что, ну, как бы, финал будет довольно интересным. И интересно же все-таки понять, чем же все закончится. Вот. И сейчас мы это и увидим. Такие вот дела. Я не буду особо медлить, потому что все равно в этом смысла особо нет. Здорово, привет, Миша, снова тебе. В принципе, я так понял, эпизод довольно короткий сам по себе, так что не думаю, что возникнет какая-то проблема с тем, чтобы его пройти сейчас. Вот. Поэтому давайте будем уже начинать. Опять же, ну, игра даже не закрывалась еще с тех пор, как, так сказать, как я соснул пенис, да. И как я, блядь, закончил играть в предыдущий раз. У меня все так же открыта страничка с этим финалом, с финальным эпизодом, так сказать, вот. Давайте будем начинать. Бля, если бы не начало, я бы уже нахуй игру закончил-то на самом деле. Я тут. На, привет, Генг Чану. Всем остальным тоже привет.
No.
Holly's sister, Lily.
Привет в третий раз, да, привет, Дент, привет. Как говорится, Бог любит троицу.
That's why you can't tell me anything. It's the ribbon, isn't it?
We're destroying the tree. No!
We're not burning the tree, Snow.
Hey, you're not really gonna send me to the farm, are you?
Look, maybe a few will get sent up, but you're my friend, Colin. I wouldn't do that to you.
Блядь, не стреляй так громко, блядь, а то минус уши будут.
Oh God, Bigby!
This time was no joke. Eat as many metal shellings as
Долгое
you see
вступление в
fit to
этот
take
раз
just
у
one
нас,
more silver
но
round near your
что
heart.
сделаешь?
And the only place I'll be visiting you is the morgue.
Да, я сразу повторюсь, что завтра, скорее всего, стрима не будет.
When you get the crooked man,
Нас на новой неделе посмотрим.
He has to stand trial.
Начну либо «Назад в будущее», либо «Игру престолов», посмотрим, что конкретно. А там уже до «Сталкера» недалеко. Что ж. Эпизод прям сразу начинается с вступления. Обычно всегда перед этим была какая-то, ну, кат-сцена или вроде того, а тут прям сразу начало. Ну, не начальные титры имеется в виду. Волк среди нас. Да. Итак, о чем же с нами хотел поговорить этот чел? Нет, я-то не устал. А вот вы определенно устали от меня. Ладно, я тоже устал. Не знаю, посмотрим. Я насколько понимаю, у игры несколько концовок, так что все будет зависеть от меня. Какие решения приму, какие принимал.
Vivian makes a very nice, it's elegant. Really, a carpaccio. It's lobster. Sirloin.
I'm here for one reason, and it's not to eat your fucking food.
Really?
Yeah.
What do you think you're doing?
He's gonna...
Mr. Wolf is our guest, and I have every intention of cooperating. So don't waste the silver. Sit down, Jersey. Well, Sheriff, for the sake of transparency, why don't you tell us why you're here? It would help settle everyone's nerves, I think.
You know why I'm here. You killed those women.
What women?
Faith and Lily, the girls who worked at the Pudding and Pie.
Did I now? I assume by your confidence in accusing me, you must have some proof of this, yes? Some allotment of evidence. A witness, perhaps.
Your servant over there told me you did it.
That's a fucking lie! I didn't say anything like that.
Fine.
All I said was that this was your town, and nothing wouldn't happen without your approval, all right? That's it.
Блять. Сука, я, блядь, пил чай, нахуй. Я хотел... я что-то хотел сказать, нахуй, но я забыл, что у меня чай, блядь. Сука. Ах, пидорас, короче, этот Джерси, блядь, вот что я хотел сказать.
Those women. I don't relish telling you that the killings were perpetrated by an employee of mine. It's a very unfortunate bit of business, but I promise you that the matter will be dealt with internally. I just want to settle the issue for you, and to assure you that it's over with.
An unfortunate bit of business? You're gonna tell me right now who killed him?
Sheriff, I have complete respect for you and your job. I hope you know that. But I simply can't divulge that information. You really shouldn't worry yourself. As I said, I've got this under control.
No, I'm gonna deal with it right now.
Yeah, right.
What do you think this is? Some kind of negotiation? The man said he'd take care of it. So why don't you take the hint and get out?
I'm already pissed off. You don't want to make it worse.
You think I'm scared of you? You're nothing more than a...
That's enough! I was hoping it wouldn't come to this, but in the interest of preserving our alliance, if you have to know, it was Georgie. However, like I said, I'll be handling the matter if you don't mind.
Georgie.
You got what you wanted, so just...
Sit down. Now.
Yeah, I killed him, so what?
Why'd you do it? Why kill them?
Does it matter?
Look, the fact is, George here misinterpreted one of my instructions.
Misinterpreted?
And I want to make things right. So, let's...
Блять, охуенно.
What's there to work out? I'm protected, aren't I?
Your protection has limits, and I think you've far exceeded yours. That you could murder someone in cold blood like that.
You fucking asked me to do this!
And then
you told me
attempt to
kill
blame
him.
me for it. You will be silent while we discuss what to do with you.
This is right bollocks, this! You're just gonna let him do this?
So what do you say, Sheriff? Can we discuss terms? You can have Georgie. Consider it a gift, ensuring our continued cooperation.
All right, let's talk.
You can't just hand me over! What the fuck is this shit? You said you'd cover for us!
For minor infractions, not murder.
Just go with him, Georgie. You're gonna sink us all.
What's wrong with you people? You're really gonna sell him out just like
You
that?
think I give a fuck if I'm the one... Who the shit do you think you fuckers
surrender.
are?
Get
the fuck out of
I do apologize, Sheriff, But I think it's best if you leave now.
There's no way I'm going with him. Are you kidding me?
Things are about to get unpleasant, and I would rather you weren't here to watch.
You can go join that whore at the bottom of the lake for all I give a shit. But he's not taking me anywhere. I'll roll over on the lot of you before I let that shit happen. Get the fuck away from me. He's the one you fucking want.
This could have gone so well. But you just had to complicate things.
Кому мне, блядь?
Truth, I've never been a very good mediator. Why negotiate when you can just decide?
Did I miss anything good? Well, look at you, all fixed up.
Опять пизделовка, бля, какая-то нахуй. Вы заебали, блядь.
Take this!
You're done, Wolf.
Come on, we're pretty much done here.
I'd like to say it was nice knowing you, but I'll be glad to see your insides turned out.
Got him! Now!
А что, этот хуй ни в кого не умеет превращаться, блядь?
Oh god.
This way.
Бля, да когда ты нахуй же отрубишь бошки, бля, прострелишь бошки? Пиздец.
Come on, Georgie.
Oh, shit.
I know.
Ебать, что происходит нахуй? Блять. Assassin's Creed нахуй.
Fuck! What was that?
I can't.
Gun it!
Are you sure?
Do it!
He's not moving.
Keep going!
Come on.
Right. Fuck it.
Ну, блядь, иди расхуярь клуб, что ты, блядь, ждешь? Блядь, пиздец. Чё тут нахуй смотреть, блядь?
Holy shit.
Come on. We can't stay here.
Hang on. I need... Shit. Hello, Bigby. I hoped you'd come to your senses. Crooked Man's the one you want. But of course, you're too much of an idiot to see that. Or maybe you just like me too much to let me go.
I'm taking you in, Georgie. Let's go.
You gonna carry me?
Please, Sheriff. Haven't you done enough? Look at him. He's dying.
Get out of the way. Now.
No. It isn't his fault.
He's a murderer. Faith and Lily, he's the reason they're dead.
Look, I know he made a few mistakes. We all have.
What?
He made sure they couldn't talk with those damn ribbons, and then he killed them. You're wearing one yourself. Doesn't that bother you even a little, knowing that man murdered...
Of course it does. Those girls...
So it's all my fucking fault then?
I
You
didn't mean-
fucking... You're gonna throw me to the fucking wolf too? You know I didn't have a goddamn choice. What the fuck? I did what I had to! You can't fucking blame me for that.
Why'd you do it then, huh? If it's not your fault, then what the fuck happened?
Look, Faith and the others tried to pull a run on us. And as you can imagine, the Crooked Man wasn't too thrilled. But of course, the big boss didn't want to get his fucking hands dirty. So he told me to take care of it. You think I don't know what that means? Either I do what he says or I'm the one getting dealt with. So I fucking killed him. And I'd do it again. 'Cause it's not my fault. The Crooked Man gave the order. He told me to kill them. And then he fucking sold me out.
You're still the one who pulled the trigger. Nobody held your hand and made you go through with it.
Fine. Believe what you want. I can tell you've made up your mind. Doesn't matter if it's fucking true or not.
А чё, блядь, тут правда, неправда, блядь? Ну, сказал тебе, чтобы он о них позаботился, блядь. Но это же не означает, что их, блядь, нужно, сука, убить. Дурак ебанутый.
But it won't bring back Lily or Faith. It won't free your friend Narissa. And I'm just the sap taking the fall for the whole thing. It must be so easy being you. Just come in here and blame me for all this shit. Job's done, right?
Это мы еще посмотрим. Сделано, не сделано.
But what was I supposed to do? You don't know what it's like, Bigby. How could you know?
You could have done anything else. You could have let them go. You could have freed Faith and Lily from those fucking ribbons instead of murdering them.
You don't know what the fuck you're talking about. If I freed them... What would you have me do? Kill her?
Georgie, don't.
It was them or Vivian. So you tell me, if freeing Lily meant she had to die, do you still think I had a fucking choice?
What are you talking about?
This is the original. The girl with the ribbon. I'm sure you've heard the stories. Couldn't take it off, couldn't talk about it. She used her little purple ribbon to make more of them. To keep our girls quiet. To ensure absolute discretion.
You promised you wouldn't.
All that magic is connected to this little thing. You remove hers, and the spell's broken. They're all free. But you know what happens to her? The same thing that happened to Faith. So don't you come in here and tell me I fucked up.
What the hell, Georgie? We were supposed to look out for each other. I trusted you.
You can't fucking blame me. You're not innocent here either.
Wait, those were your ribbons? You're in on this? I thought you cared about them.
I do. Of course I do. You have to understand. Nobody was supposed to die.
Да, но все сдохли, блядь.
This place. It was just a stupid idea. A gimmick. Discretion is our guarantee. That's how it started anyway. This was supposed to be our place. We were gonna be in charge for once, and nobody would try to control us or use us. That was the point. Then the crooked man showed up and everything just turned to shit.
So, do you get it now? Why I couldn't just... If you still think it's so fucking simple, then you do it. Go right ahead. Kill her then.
What are you doing?
Break the spell. Save the fucking day.
Блять, ну вот знаете... Ее не хочется, с одной стороны, убивать, с другой стороны, она, блядь, во всем виновата. Я честно скажу, что я не считаю этого дядьку каким-то плохим, если честно. То, что я с ним сейчас увидел, эту сцену, он, в принципе, похож на... Ну, блядь, он, по крайней мере, хоть здраво рассуждает, в меру... в меру своей испорченности, так сказать. А эти долбоебы, они тупые, пиздец. То есть, блядь, то, что происходило с этой тёлкой, блядь, то, что они заставили их таким образом молчать, блядь. Тем более, она, по сути, убила двух, или сколько там, вообще ни в чем особо, ну, невиновных шлюх, так скажем. Так что она должна ответить за свою хуйню.
Why should you get to decide? Either of you. You think this is hard for you? My life is such a fucking burden on your
Вы сами, блядь,
conscience.
ее разрушили,
Don't I
долбоебы
get a
ебаные.
say? It's my life. Like it was either of yours to give up in the first place.
You don't get a choice if you're involved in this.
I know what I've done.
Wait.
I'm sick of everyone thinking that they can just do what they want with my life.
Да ты сама, блядь, распоряжаешься чужими жизнями, дура ебаная, блядь.
Vivian, I didn't mean...
Do you think I wanted to be this person? What I did to Faith and Lily? To all of them.
Вы распоряжаетесь моей жизнью, блядь, но при этом она распорядилась жизнями других людей, блядь.
Vivian, wait.
Every day I have to look Gwen and Hans in the eye and pretend I don't care. I have to forget what I've done to them. What I took away from
Давай, блядь, уже, как говорится, дан вызови, блядь.
myself.
Vivian.
I can't pretend anymore.
What are you doing?
Vivian, don't. Vivian, no!
А, я был прав насчет того.
No, 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 no!
Насчет того, что я говорил, что если эту ленточку стянуть, то ей пизда.
Why'd you have to do that, Vivian? Vivian!
It's for the best. Now Narissa and the others can be free.
Мне вообще не жалко ее, блядь. Да зачем мне ее, сука, жалеть, блядь?
Vivian, I didn't fucking mean it. I was just...
Че, мне правда должно быть жалко человека, который, блядь, других людей на смерть?
Get up. Get up!
Don't think so, Bigby. I'm gonna die here. I think we both know that. Just make sure you give the crooked man the same treatment when you find him.
Да, блядь, за что вообще ему мучиться, блядь?
Him up for me, all right? For both of us.
Why do you care? Shouldn't you be more worried about yourself here?
Just wanted a nice image to part on. Old foundry by the river, all right? Shepherd Metalworks. He'll be there. Fucking asshole. You wanna finish me off now? Or do you plan to kick me around a little first? Rip my limbs off one by one? That's what you wanna do, right?
That's not who I am.
Sure it's not. No more games, all right? We both know how this ends. Just make it quick.
All right, Georgie.
Давайте пожалеем его немножко. Джорджи сдох. Ох, бля, я не знаю, если честно... Вот эти два уебана, по сути, во всем виноваты. Я не знаю, почему тут вообще этот дядечка, блядь, типа, блядь, он сказал, что нужно позаботиться о них, блядь, но он не говорил, что их надо убить, блядь. Это... О них можно было позаботиться таким образом, что просто вывести их из города, я не знаю. Ну, блядь, не убивать же, сука. По сути, он сам сделал то, что хотел, блядь, то есть... Как он считал более, блядь, легким и правильным. Так что почему, блядь, я должен жалеть эту шлюху, блядь, которая покончила сама собой, жалеть этого пидора? Я так, бля, его пожалел тем, что убил его. Чтобы он не мучился еще дольше.
Of course.
Итак, мы пришли на этот заводик. Ебучий. Ну, я думаю, что нас определенно здесь ждут. На, я угадал.
The big bad wolf. You used to be something. They used to fear you. They'd hide anywhere their small, shivering bodies would fit.
Silver.
The big bad wolf. It's about time you showed up.
I had to take care of some things first.
Little errand boy. That's nice.
Ah, Bigby. I see you made it here in one piece. I do apologize, but I have some business to attend to. I leave you in the capable hands of my associate. Come find me when you've finished, dear.
Don't worry. This won't take long.
Get out of my way now. Don't make this worse.
Aw, he doesn't want to play.
I'm sure you'll persuade him.
Cut this shit out!
Didn't your mother ever teach you manners?
На тебя,
Or was
блядь,
she too busy fucking
ёбнутая,
whatever breeze drifted through town?
учили.
Oh, come on! Is that the best you can do?
Ну с этой хуйней, блядь, сложно драться, блядь, когда она нахуй использует какую-то хуету, блядь. Какие-то блинки ебанутые. Да какая нахуй каратистка, она, блядь, ебанутая. Ебучие скримеры, нахуй.
Where are you? Come out and face me!
Ебучий этот, блять, вампир из Ведьмака, нахуй. На Альпа пока какого-то похоже. Ну, пиздец какой-то, блядь. Что происходит, нахуй? Эй, это что, по ушам бьет, пиздец? Неприятные звуки максимально. Охуенно. Что, бля, еще происходит? Ебучий случай. Бля, из-за звуков это максимально неприятная сцена, блядь. Блять, я, конечно, в ахуе с того, что типа он вообще целый и невредимый. Это самое забавное. Конечно, регенерация в этой игре, она ебанутая.
Hello, Bigby. You look tired.
Give me one good reason not to rip you apart right now.
This gun holds... I won't miss next time. Before you do anything with me, I thought I should point out a few things. Snow White wants you to bring me back to the woodlands, doesn't she? And that's what I want. You plan to do what she says, don't you?
That's right. But what happens to you once you get there is a different story.
I'm not quite finished. You will bring me back alive. Look, all I ask for is the chance to speak for myself in front of the community. And I'm sure Miss White would agree that I should be given a fair trial. Can we at least agree on that? I will have a trial.
The whole
Хуй его знает, что с глазом.
execution. Why would you want me to bring you back there?
Why don't you let me worry about that? Look, there's no reason for us to be at each other's throats here.
That's funny, coming from a guy pointing a gun at my head.
This is just a precaution. I'm sure you understand. I'm no murderer, Mr. Wolf. I didn't kill those women. And I think you know that. All I'm asking for is a chance to explain my side of the story.
If you're not a killer, then what are you?
I'm a businessman, not a killer.
There's still a lot you have to answer for.
And I will, as long as you agree to my terms. Because I'm not saying another word until I'm brought before the community. I don't mean to belabor the point, but just so we're clear, if you change your mind and decide to do something stupid, you won't get your answers. But you will have a difficult time explaining yourself to Miss White and the rest of this miserable town. You're often reckless, and I worry you're not thinking of the... Let me ask you an honest question. What do you really care about here? Where this case is concerned, I mean. Do you really want the truth?
This is about justice. I'm the sheriff. I have to do what's right. 2 people were murdered.
And you know who did it.
Уже никто.
He's dead, isn't he? My point being, the killer has been dealt with. You've won.
You really think I'm that stupid?
I understand you have an obligation to bring me in, but you can brighten up a little. It's over. So, shall we get going? I'd rather not dawdle.
All right, let's go. Hand over the gun.
I think I'd rather hold on to it, if you don't mind. What do you say? Hey! I'm sure Miss White will be pleased. Such a reliable pup. I understand why she'd want to keep you around.
You're under arrest. You'll be given a trial in front of your peers. And your punishment will follow.
I know. But we have to do something.
Что-то как-то все очень просто закончилось на самом деле. Я думал, что-то поэпичнее будет.
He's back.
The crooked man.
Thank God.
Motherfucker.
Are you okay? It's been hours. We were worried you'd run into some trouble. At the crooked man's place.
It's nothing.
Друг, если что, напиши мне в ЛС ВКонтакте, там посмотрим. Сейчас я тебе не смогу ответить, я уставший. И, ну, короче, отпиши мне в ВК, проще говоря. Если, ну, и скинь свои работы, что у тебя есть.
I guess you've been worse. You did well, Sheriff. I'm surprised. Not that you did well, but that, you know. I'm just glad you made it back in one piece.
It's about time you showed up. Now throw this asshole down the fucking well.
Yes, what are you waiting for?
You killed Lily!
She was my sister.
How could you?
What do you have to say for
Where the
yourself?
fuck do you get off? You think you have the right
And
to
what
just
about
do this
Faith?
to
What could
people?
they have
You're a
done to
fucking
deserve
crook!
This? You should be
Fucking
ashamed.
shithole.
Everyone, can I have your attention? Thank you all for coming here on such short notice. I know normally we'd schedule a formal hearing, but considering the circumstances, I thought it best if we do this as soon as possible. The Crooked Man is charged with the murder of
As I
Faith and...
already informed your sheriff, it was Mr. Georgie Porgy who killed those women, not me.
What? It was Georgie?
Georgie?
I don't mean to interrupt you, Miss White.
I already took care of Georgie, so drop it.
What do you mean you took care of him?
Is he still out there?
I sincerely hope not.
Well, where is he?
Sheriff?
Don't worry about it. It's done.
Justice has already been dispatched. Bigby executed him.
He's... what?
Dead. So you see, the culprit has been punished. There's no
That
need
doesn't
for
change
this.
anything. We'll deal with it later, but right now, you're the one I'm concerned with.
You called the shots. Georgie made that perfectly clear.
In which case, you still have a lot to answer for.
I
And
was
don't...
told I would be allowed to speak.
We have to read the rest of the charges.
What other charges?
Fine. Go right ahead.
Wait, that's not how this works. After the rest of your crimes are read through, then you will have an opportunity to defend yourself, but only then.
Бля, да какой смысл в этой хуйне, блядь? Пускай скажет, что хотел.
You are charged with the murder of Faith and Lily, which Georgie carried out on your order, inciting violence against various members of the Fabletown community, including the attempted murder of Sheriff Bigby Wolf.
Twice.
A misunderstanding.
Aiding and providing monetary support for the forced prostitution at the Pudding and Pie. Additionally, you are charged with multiple counts of fraud, extortion, racketeering, and the illegal possession and sale of magical artifacts. Now, is there anything you would like to say?
First of all, I had nothing to do with Faith and Lily, so you can strike that one from your little record book.
Bullshit! Like hell you didn't.
Stop the charade. We know you're an...
Everyone just shut up for a minute. You wanted a chance to talk, well, go ahead.
What?
We all know he's guilty. What the fuck does he need to speak for?
The Crooked Man has committed crimes against this government and, most importantly, its citizens. These charges, if proven, are enough to justify death, upon which your body will be committed to the witching
Where it
well.
fucking belongs.
That's
So
right.
let's get on
But
with
we
it
promised
then.
you a chance to defend yourself, and I won't rob you of that right.
What the
You're
fuck?
really going
This
to
is
let him
about
talk?
justice. If we're ever going to pull ourselves together and make something of this town, we have to start doing things correctly. No more snap judgments, no more secrets. We are going to treat everyone fairly, even when they don't deserve it.
This is ridiculous.
You have the floor.
Thank you, Miss White. You've all met Georgie. I don't have to tell you what kind of person he was. He was a total scoundrel, lacking in any sort of moral fiber. I hired him as a favor to his family, you see. A promise kept to a dying mother.
Oh,
Are you gonna
jeez.
get to your point or what?
Georgie was working for me, yes. But he was not acting on my behalf when he killed those women. It was his business. And for whatever reason, I'm sure only he could understand, he murdered 2 of his most faithful employees. I had nothing to do with it.
Tell
This
the
is such
fucking
bullshit.
truth for
He's
once.
always been a bit of a powder keg.
If you were so offended by it, why'd you cover it up then? If it had nothing to do with you and your shit, then why'd you try to protect him for so long?
What cover up? I never made any attempt to hide Georgie's criminal activity from you. I learned of it myself
For
only
fuck's
recently.
sake. Any of you actually believe this bullshit?
Holly, please.
Tell them, Bigby. When you finally showed up at my door last night, wasn't I more than helpful? I answered your questions. I was willing to cooperate.
What's he talking about?
Helpful isn't the word I would use.
My comrades are another matter. And I'm sorry for the predicament they put you in. They get a bit carried away sometimes, it's true. Loyal to the end. They do it because they want to protect me, as I've protected them. You understand wanting to protect what you care about, don't you? You'd do anything. You might even give up an innocent man, just to save someone.
I really hope you're going somewhere with this.
Что с прической?
See, you want to come
Ну,
back to the
бля.
point. I can appreciate that. Let me
Вернул
explain.
старую отчасти
My
прическу.
employees are just that.
Я же вроде говорю... А, ну да, тебя не было. Привет, Саня.
They are not my slaves. They are all free to make their own decisions, as Georgie was.
What about Lily? She wasn't free. She wasn't given a choice. Do you really think she wanted... that any of those girls wanted their lives like that?
I'm sorry, Holly. I'm sorry that your sister asked me for help, and I'm sorry that I decided against my better judgment.
Какое прохождение? Скорее всего, Игра престолов, либо Назад в будущее.
Yeah, that's what you did to us. How you kept us all
You
in line.
forget it was not me who put you in that position. You all act like I'm some kind of tyrant. When your government abandoned you, left you poor and helpless, sniveling on street corners, I was there to look out for you.
Yes, but...
Wasn't I?
We didn't abandon anyone. We've been trying to help them.
Really? What about Auntie Greenleaf? Her story is not uncommon. She left everything she had back in the homelands. Everything that matters, anyway. With nowhere else to turn, she came to me for help. And what did I do for you?
You got my tree back.
I got her tree back. And in turn, we used her magic to help poor Fables get...
Ну, для каких целей?
Because I helped her, she was able to make a living, provide for herself. And what did they do?
For the longest time, not much. But they asked me to come work for them.
Really?
Ну да, Dying Light 2, судя по всему, взял много от современных игр, слишком много, и стал чем-то средним между играми Ubisoft и Dying Light 1. Ну, конечно, первая часть попизже будет. По крайней мере, ну, из того, что я видел, слышал и так далее.
No. The wolf offered me the job. She wanted my tree destroyed. If she had her way, I'd be hung out to dry on a clothesline by now.
What?
You were gonna burn her tree? Snow, why would you want that?
Don't blame Snow. She had her reasons. Greenleaf was using her magic to help Crane and the Crooked Man. That's why Snow wanted your tree burned.
That's not why.
It wasn't her fault.
You can lie to yourself, but you can't lie to me. You hated Crane, and you hated him for wanting to fuck you, and you being too soft to notice what he'd do to get it. It had nothing to do with the Crooked Man.
We've made some mistakes. I've made some mistakes. But believe me, I truly want what's best for this town. And that may not always be clear right away, but I want you all to know that I care deeply about all of you. And so does the sheriff.
Yeah, right.
I can't promise you perfection.
Maybe you haven't noticed, but we've been doing all this to protect you. We're trying to stop people like him.
The Crooked Man's been exploiting you. Exploiting your hope for a better life. You would go to him for help, and he would take that weakness and add it to his strength. And if things didn't fall exactly his way, someone would die. And I'm just sorry it took us this long to realize what he'd been doing.
They're right.
You're all still afraid of him, even now. But you needn't be. His contamination of this town is over. And those girls will have their justice.
Да зачем, а какой смысл? Я не хочу, чтобы он...
Very good. The sentiment is surely appreciated, Miss White. But it doesn't disguise the fact that these accusations are completely unfounded. The sheriff simply doesn't have a particle of evidence linking me to the
Georgie
murders.
was working for you. Bigby got a confession.
A confession that nobody heard. Now, I'm no barrister, but I think such a statement would carry more weight if Bigby weren't the only one to whom Georgie spoke. Especially given Bigby's history.
What are you talking about?
And what about your history? All you've done to this fucking town.
What do you mean there's no evidence?
Maybe he's... I mean, this doesn't feel right, how we're doing this. I just
Of course it's right. This man tormented all of you, for profit! Georgie
Let me
killed
just
him.
make sure I understand you. You're trying to say that I'm responsible for what Georgie did, because he was working for me at the time, yes?
Yes.
Of course! Where are you going with this?
If I'm to blame for Georgie's mistakes, Shouldn't Miss White be held accountable for Bigby's actions as well?
Like what?
How about the way he treated poor Tweedledee when he was in your custody? He was beaten to mashed apples while under your...
Блять, я не избивал, сука, его до смерти, долбоёб, блять. Ты вообще... Ебаная игра, блять. Я, блять, его вообще тогда, типа, блять, наоборот, ничего особо ему не сделал.
Maybe he's right. Did you think we'd all just let that go?
You can't be serious.
That was different.
Snow had nothing to do with it. We all thought she was dead.
Besides, Crane was still deputy mayor when that happened. Right before you decided to kidnap him.
It was for his own protection. Oh, you're right, dear. Crane was in charge. Sometimes it's hard to tell the difference.
That's enough.
So, you won't answer for your employees' behavior.
Так он уже лысый.
This is completely different.
I did not order those two girls dead. It's simply...
Ну, он похож на какого-то, блять, ну, не знаю. В принципе, он мало чем изменится, он просто станет выглядеть более тупее и более грознее, наверное. Но, а сейчас он гораздо лучше выглядит, чем мог быть.
Georgie killed Faith and Lily. End of story. They want to scapegoat me for their own tangled ends, but they refuse to answer for their own crimes.
This isn't right. Oh, please.
This isn't the point.
We'll deal with them after we deal with you.
Everyone calm down. This isn't
I
the
mean, a
reason we're
certain level
here.
of privilege should be afforded to
who?
This is how it's always been.
This is what I'm talking about. We lashed our ropes to this diseased world, and ever since, which one of us has been there for you? Who filled your lives with the promise of more? Who was there while they idly played in their towers, judging you, treating you as mindless children, too stupid to command your own destiny? Without me, who will pay your rent when you're on the verge of eviction? Who will dare challenge their brutality when it leaks to our dear citizens? Who will protect you from the big bad wolf? Who will be the...
Bigby! Miss White!
Excuse me, dear.
I wanted to make sure I had the chance to say something.
Why don't you take a moment to catch your breath, little
What's
one?
she doing here?
I'd like to... I need to say something.
We're kind of in the middle of something.
Of course. Go right ahead.
You probably don't remember me. I don't know why I was afraid to come
My
here.
dear, I don't
Just
know
shut up! You enslaved us for years. Let us hear stories about what you do. Told us we would lose everything if we stepped just one toe out of line. And we couldn't say a word about it because of these damn ribbons. But you know what? Now it's my turn to talk.
How are you?
I found Vivian's body. Did you kill her? Did he?
Sheriff, this is highly irregular.
Vivian killed herself back at the Pudding and Pie.
I'm sorry, I don't think
Nerissa! My name is Nerissa.
It's okay, my dear. It's going to be just...
He ordered them dead. This fucker. Faith and Lily.
That's a lie.
I was in the goddamn room when he did it. Faith and Lily are dead because of you.
And this just confirms it.
He made Georgie do it. It was always him. Georgie would have never done anything without his say-so. Ever.
You're going to take the word of a stupid...
At least 5 other girls will back me up on this. We all heard you say it.
Did you now?
Looks like we found our evidence.
She saw it firsthand.
He's guilty.
Good enough for me.
Me too.
So that's it, right?
Calm down the witching well. No, that's too fucking easy for a crook like that.
What do you mean?
He's gotta pay for what he did.
Listen to yourselves!
You're all rats, fleeing from one sinking ship to the next. So quick to latch onto whatever will keep your miserable lives afloat. This is how you want to repay all
Мне просто интересно, какой будет финальный выбор.
You take 2 people's lives away and now you want mercy?
What did you expect to happen here? You're getting what you deserve.
Well done, then.
Now, for your sentence.
We don't have to become murderers.
What are you talking about?
He's guilty. I know that, but we don't have to kill anybody. We can imprison him. Lock him up forever. Somewhere he can never hurt anyone again.
Чего не с ебалом только что произошло?
I can help. We'll use magic.
That's not good enough.
Maybe
There will
she
be
has
more
a point.
if he isn't
Hasn't
stopped.
there been enough
I don't give a shit.
bloodshed
So we
already?
get rid of him.
Dangerous.
Get him out of here.
We can send him
Everyone,
away.
listen up! Clearly, we're having trouble agreeing on a suitable punishment. So I think
This is going nowhere.
someone needs to make a decision.
Who?
I hope you aren't suggesting yourself.
Why not?
We should have a vote. Make it democratic.
Do you really think that's going to work?
He's right. Nobody can agree on anything.
What about Bigby?
What about him?
He was appointed. He's the only official representative, really. He should be the judge.
А остальные типа кто, блядь?
Sense to me.
I guess it does.
Okay.
Fine.
Are you sure? This isn't how it's...
Типа пожалеть его, блядь, или не жалеть этого чела, или чё?
Okay, Mr. Wolf, it's your call.
Snow.
Just do what you think is right.
Yes, Sheriff. Do what you think is right.
Everyone, I'm...
Not this way! There you are. I hope you all remember this moment.
Ты сам выбрал.
When you try to sleep.
You said you had a way to keep him from hurting people.
Wait, you can't
What
be
he's
serious.
done, you just gonna put him in prison?
This isn't the way, Sheriff.
You're doing the right thing.
Yes, there's a way.
All right, do it.
Я не хочу убивать его, даже несмотря на то, что он сделал. Блять, опять эта хуйня.
Don't forget this the next time your deputy mayor gets an itch to destroy my worldly possessions.
Опять нахуй все забагалось, блять. Сука, хуета ебаная. Пиздец, блять, под самый конец игры нахуй. Я в ахуе. Ну, блять, давай быстрее ты, сука, прогрузись, хуета. Привет, Дигидайский. Я пересматриваю второй раз твое прохождение ходящих дедов. Это самое долгое прохождение для меня. На каждый твой двухчасовой стрим у меня уходит часов 6 примерно. Ебать, а чё так много? Типа отвлекают или чё?
Not what I was expecting. Morning, crooked man.
He's got a sharp tongue. I thought it would be better for...
Это для просмотра других вариантов событий и прочтения всех биографий. А, понятно. Как отношусь к This of War of Mine? Игра неплохая могла бы быть, но из-за того, что она слишком недоделанная и слишком обрезанная, она такая себе.
Thanks, Greenleaf.
Не можно поиграть по приколу, но... Ну, хз, даже не знаю. Стоит ли.
I know who you are, Flycatcher. You've worked at the Woodlands for how many years now?
I think I've lost count. Are you gonna come see the truck off? We're leaving for the farm.
Так, все, продолжаем.
Thought you might want to.
В каком плане обрезана? Ну, она недоделанная, вообще, как мне кажется. Поэтому... Ну, я не знаю. Если ты хочешь узнать мое мнение, ну, типа, вот когда Папич играл в нее, в принципе, мое мнение с его совпадает. Игра в целом могла, то есть перспектива у нее была, но, бля, к сожалению, из-за того, что ее сделали, такой, какой сделали, она неполноценная. Но задумка интересная.
I don't know.
I'll be down in a minute.
Okay, great.
This fucking line.
Mr. Wolf, Flycatcher left his keys.
Is everything okay? You look...
I'm sorry, Sheriff. I have to take care of this. We'll talk later, okay?
Good morning, Miss White.
You're late.
Someone's gonna see you, Colin.
Мне кажется, даже если увидит, то ничего страшного особо не будет. Можно же войти в положение. Хочется пива, как-никак.
I'm going! Jesus!
We only have like 5 minutes.
Then carry me, for fuck's sake! I don't give a shit! You forgot these.
Oh, thank you. It's been pretty busy around here.
Morning, Sheriff. Nice fucking day. Shit! Just go grab that, would you? Sorry about all this. I tried to help. Just why the hell did she have to send me and me boy away, huh? You promised me I'd get another chance, but Miss White said I had to go up to the damn farm anyway. I told her I had the money, but she didn't want to hear it.
Wait! Sheriff Bigby! I have something.
You know, he was up crying all night, poor kid.
Can you give this to Miss White, please? Dad says there's no time to say goodbye, so... if you could bring it to her?
Yeah, sure.
I couldn't take them all with me, and she said she liked that one the best. It's a willow beetle. That's a big one. They're cool, 'cause when they're little, they have these pouches that squirt juice at you if you touch them.
That's real nice.
She said it was pretty.
We're about ready to head out.
What's it like at the farm? I've heard ogres live there, and they eat people in their sleep sometimes.
Жук ТВ, да.
Do we have to go?
Белоснежки подарили Жука ТВ.
Well, we don't have a choice anymore. I'm sorry, TJ, but look on the bright side, okay? There's plenty of space to run around, and a nice river nearby, so you can swim all you want.
Even in daytime?
Yeah, you don't have to worry about the Monday seeing you. It'll be nice.
Финал уже близко, да, я понимаю.
Come on, it won't be so bad.
Have you been there before?
No, some of the animals aren't comfortable around wolves, so you wouldn't know, would you?
We're all set.
Bye, Mr. Wolf.
Goodbye, TJ. Hey, Bigby! Where's your friend, Colin? Where's the fucking pig? Colin gets to stay. That's bullshit, Bigby, and you know it. You're all fucking corrupt.
Saying goodbye?
А ты куда собралась?
Hi.
Hi.
You're still wearing that thing.
Oh. Yeah. I guess I am. It's not easy to forget. I know it seems like I should be able to. It's just...
Let me help you.
Bigby, I know you're trying to help. But this is just
да?
something I
Ну,
need to
блядь.
do on my own. Okay?
Ты так это не сделаешь,
Listen,
дура.
I came here because I have to tell you something.
What is it?
It's about what happened to Faith and Lily. I'm not sure where to start. Faith Lily and I, we had this plan. We were gonna find a way out. Leave the pudding and pie for good. But then Faith decided to get some leverage. She stole a picture of Crane and Lily together. The minute Faith stole that photo, we had dirt on one of the crooked man's allies. If he found out, I had no choice. You have to understand. You've seen how they kept us quiet in that place. Can you imagine the lengths they'd go just to silence someone who had physical evidence?
Narissa, just tell me what happened.
I freaked out, okay? I thought if I came clean to Georgie, he'd get the crooked man to leave us alone. We could just forget the whole thing. Maybe try again in a few years.
You what?
So I told him everything. And I begged for mercy for all of us. I didn't want anyone to die over a picture.
So you sold them out?
No. Yes. Georgie promised he'd smooth things over with the crooked man. But then... Oh, God. I don't know what happened, but that night at the club, Georgie came back and told me things had changed. He had to make an example of us. We had committed treason. And while the two of us were sitting there, as he was telling me this, Faith walked in, and I had to watch while Georgie...
Wait, so Georgie told you all this? Not the crooked man? Back at the well, you said...
I know what I said.
But it wasn't the truth, was it?
What does it matter? I know the crooked man did it. So what if it wasn't the whole truth?
I guess...
Бля, я так и думал, но, ну, блядь. Как говорится, правда всегда где-то посередине, нельзя никому верить никогда.
Especially after that night after Faith. I tried to warn Lily, but she wasn't with her schedule.
Я не зря его пожалела, то есть, потому что, ну, он не похож на Начало, который стал бы такую хуйню отдавать. Он, конечно, тот еще пидор, с одной стороны, но с другой стороны, то есть, вот версия... Короче, Короче, этот Джорджи и вот эта дура, и Вивиана ее вроде звали, да? Это ж они эту хуйню придумали, и, скорее всего... Ну, типа, то, что рассказал этот дядечка, блядь, почему нет, сука, нормального имени, я вообще не понимаю. Скорее всего, он сказал правду, типа, просто они какую-то придумали парашу ебанутую, блядь, и сами нажили себе кучу проблем. Ну, собственно, и по делам им всем.
Just hoping that maybe if I couldn't save them.
So, that piece of fabric I found near there, that was you?
Yeah. I cut my leg trying to get over the fence.
So you started all this?
I just pointed you in the right direction. People like us get forgotten all the time. The crooked man was counting on that. When we suffer...
Нахуй ты вот это все рассказываешь, мне просто интересно. Типа, хочешь, блядь, высказаться или чё?
Like we never existed. I couldn't watch that happen to Faith. Or Lily. Nobody cares about us.
I'm sorry, Narissa. I'm sorry that's what it took to get me to pay attention.
It'll be different now. You'll make things right. You and Snow.
I don't know. It seems like no matter what I do, it's just not enough for her, or anyone. I just can't win with these people.
I know it might feel that way, but they need you, Bigby. Both of you. You two make a good team. The way you look out for each other, and look out for us. You don't see that a lot these days.
I go out there, and I do my job. I put my life on the line. I get shot at. I do what has to be done for them. But at the end of the day, I'm still the bad guy.
I know. But they'll come around. You'll see. After everything you've done for us, maybe they don't.
Да никто не прозреет, блядь, в этом городе живут одни ёбнутые, блядь. Потому что единственный персонаж, блядь, который, блядь, в целом не самый ёбнутый из всех тех, кто тут был, блядь, это ебучая эта Белоснежка, хотя она тоже по-своему тетю, да и этот дядька, да и все. А все остальные, блядь, у всех какие-то сумасшедшие, бля, и тараканы в голове. Ой, бля.
Everyone saw who he really was. So from where I'm standing, you did the right thing. You've been given this job for a reason. And I left Faith at your doorstep because I knew if anyone stood a chance against the Crooked Man, it was you.
I hope I've at least done some good here.
You've changed this place. For better or worse, Fabletown wouldn't be the same without you. You're not as bad as everyone says you are.
Что, теперь конец?
I have to tell you something.
I feel like we've met before.
You're trying to place me. You like my ribbon? Do you like it?
Faith wore one too. Would hide her beauty so she could escape his kingdom.
They used to call me the Little Mermaid.
Did Dr. Swinehart ever get back to you about
Что
that?
происходит?
I wanted to run more tests. I hope you find what you're looking for. I'll see you around, Wolf.
Ебать, то есть игра изначально делалась с заделом на вторую часть, нихуя себе. Забавно. Итак, короче, давайте смотреть, какие кто выборы сделал. Вы 68,7% игроков убили Джорджа. Ну, понятно, его, в принципе, можно было пожалеть, потому что он в конце, ну, частично раскаялся. Так, вы и 90% скрутили дядьку, короче, этого, блядь. Вы 47% посадили в тюрьму его. Вы 98,5% приняли подарок Ти-Джея. И вы 54% сказали: я надеюсь, что я сделал что-то хорошее. Заебись нахуй. Так, чудовище. Вы сказали ему, что увидели красавицу на улице. Обещали ей не рассказывать чудовищу. Вот, блядь, короче, тут все выборы, нахуй, которые были. Не хочу их читать. Короче, что могу сказать по поводу игры в целом? Играть было интересно. Не знаю, было видно это по мне или нет, но если сравнивать с Life is Strange и Фаренгейтом в особенности, к примеру, да, мне было играть интересно в эту игру. И вообще, ну, тут мораль вообще заключается, как мне кажется, в том, что по сути все по-своему неправы, да, то есть у каждого, блядь, своя правда просто. На самом деле в реальности такая же хуйня, то есть у всех, бля, все люди, бля, они видят только свою правду, они не хотят никого слушать, они считают, что, блядь, каждый, сука, именно он, блядь, прав, ведь они не хотят никого слушать никогда. Ведь заметьте, в этой игре каждый персонаж, он пытался, блядь, по-своему, блядь, типа поступить, но он никогда не слушал то, что ему пытались там Волк сказать там или кто-то еще. Из-за этого в итоге и проблемы создавались, то есть, блядь, каждый делал какую-то хуету, и в итоге, ну, в совокупности все это привело к тому, что в итоге привело. Вот. Потому что одна, ну, как бы, предала своих подруг, другой не так понял другого человека, ну, этого дядьку ебучего, блядь, в итоге убил всех их. Там, другие, нахуй, зачем-то идут, блядь, занимать деньги, когда им особо это не нужно. Другие пиздят до последнего, там, где это абсолютно не требуется и не нужно. Думаю, что тем образом они себя защитят от чего-то гипотетически, но, по сути, нихуя подобного. Другие просто пидорасы, то есть, блядь, все по-своему нахуй хороши, нет никого ни хорошего, ни плохого в этой игре, то есть, блядь. Потому что, по сути, этот дядька, ну, блядь, он такой же, как и все остальные. Вот и все. Не знаю, ну, по крайней мере, я увидел такую мораль лично для себя. Не знаю, как и для вас, для тех, кто смотрел, кто сам проходил игру. Я лично вообще не испытывал к нему никакого, к этому дядьке, ну, к этому главному антагонисту, блядь. Мне так не нравится называть его, блядь, скрученный дядька, блядь, это очень странное название для персонажа вообще в целом. Если честно, я в нем вообще не увидел, когда даже первый раз его еще увидел, он не вызывает какой-то ненависти или какой-то неприязни даже к себе. Даже несмотря на то, что он пытался задушить волка, в целом то, что он говорит довольно правильные вещи. И самое главное, что по сути получается, что он сказал правду, что было видно сразу по нему, потому что то есть я даже не сомневался в том, что то, что он сказал, я был очень сильно удивлен, когда вот эта дура ебучая, сказала, что он при ней это сказал при тёлках, потому что, очень сильно я в этом сомневался. Я удивился внутри себя, что, если это реально, окажется именно все так. И, игра, попыталась сделать максимально все то, чтобы, этого чела казнить. Но, опять же, я прислушался просто к тому, что было логично внутри себя, и я посчитал, что он говорит правду. И среди большинства из всех тех, кто там присутствовал на этом суде, так называемом, но он был, в принципе, одним из самых адекватных челов. Единственное, что он ебануто сделал, зачем-то попытался задушить волка, хотя это было максимально тупо. Не знаю, это странно какое-то, как будто специально в игру добавили, чтобы, игрок был, полностью категоричен, то есть, чтобы он вообще никакого шанса ему не дал. Странное было немного решение. Это противоречило всему тому, что он делал до этого. Вот. Игра интересная, с интересной моралью. Возможно, у кого-то будет какая-то другая мораль. Лично я увидел ее именно вот такой, какой я сказал. И, конечно, я удивился сейчас, что... Я вообще думал, с чего все решили, что должен быть второй сезон, но здесь, оказывается, открытая концовка, по сути. В этой игре, да, единственный, наверное, минус этой игры в том, что она накаляет обстановку с каждым эпизодом, но в итоге все заканчивается не так, как... кто-то, возможно, ожидал. Для кого-то, я имею в виду, что для меня это не минус, просто для кого-то это, возможно, минус. Вот. В общем, такие вот дела. Надеюсь, что вам было интересно смотреть эту игру, она тоже понравилась. Если вы смотрели не полностью мое прохождение, или вам просто, в принципе, вы можете даже сами поиграть. Игра не такая долгая, на самом деле. Она, на часов 6. 7, потому что здесь в среднем каждый эпизод по 1,5 часа. А это как раз таки где-то 7-8 часов геймплея. Что в целом довольно мало для такой игры. Так что, в принципе, я однозначно рекомендую всем поиграть в эту игру. Это игра с приятной графикой, неплохой историей. Даже несмотря на то, что все персонажи какие-то для меня незнакомые, а изначально мне вообще казалось, что происходит что-то странное и непонятное. Вот. Но в целом игра охуенная. Все, что я могу сказать. Визуально выглядит тоже хорошо. Нормальная игра. Определенно она лучше по сюжету, чем Life is Strange и чем Фаренгейт тот же самый. Если сравнивать между собой 3 игры разных компаний, все говорят, что Telltale Games не умеет делать игры. На самом-то деле они умеют делать игры, просто у них проблема в том, что... не знаю, у них проблема в том, что... в том, что они вроде как умеют делать игры, но с другой стороны не совсем. Есть у них, свои минусы, но они заключаются не в том, что игры какие-то плохие, а просто в том, что они пытались усидеть на нескольких стульях, в итоге у них нихуя не получилось. Что привело к банкротству компании и ее выкупа. Я и забыл, кто их выкупил, но не суть, в общем, важно. В общем, на этом прохождение Wolf-Among Us закончено. Надеюсь, вам было интересно смотреть. Мы, собственно, узнали, чем закончилась история Волка в первом сезоне. Посмотрим, что будет во втором, когда он выйдет. Вот. Следующая игра, которая будет, я думаю, что это будет, скорее всего, следующее интерактивное кино. Я продолжу проходить их. Это, скорее всего, будет либо Игра престолов, либо Назад в будущее. Конечно, не такие интересные, как Wolf-Among Us, возможно, для кого-то, но тоже довольно неплохие. Особенно, Игру престолов я проходил, поэтому я могу насчет нее точно сказать, что она довольно интересная игра. Вот. Я думаю, что многим будет интересно тоже посмотреть историю, которая будет там. Особенно, если вы смотрели саму Игру престолов, там будет много отсылок на персонажей из сериала. Короче, вот такие вот дела. Ладно, ребят, в общем, на этом я с вами буду прощаться. Всем спасибо, всем удачи. Ставьте лайки и подписывайтесь на YouTube, на Twitch, если вы еще не подписаны. На этом прохождение Wolf Among Us официально закончено. Всем пока и удачи. Надеюсь, что вам было это интересно смотреть. И завтра стрима, скорее всего, не будет. Стрим будет, скорее всего, на следующей неделе, она в будни. В понедельник, вторник, среду, посмотрим. Все будет зависеть от моего настроения и вообще, захочу